Welcome everyone to Enlightened World Network. I'm sorry it took us a little bit longer to start this morning. We had some technical issues, but I am here with Dr. Ruth Anderson and Teri Angel for Come to the Healing Pool. We're excited to bring this to you after we just did our wonderful silent meditation. So Ruth is the lead in this particular healing pool session, and she was having a little trouble getting on, but we got her on the phone so she could do her leadership here in bringing us to the healing pool. So welcome, Ruth.
Thank you. That was just the strangest thing. We had a fabulous silent meditation, and all of a sudden I was completely cut off, and we knew that there was going to be a way to plow forward, and we finally figured it out. So apologies for being late. So we're just going to relax into this for just a minute. And during the last session, we were shown leadership in the form of loving, compassionate courage. And we were shown us, the three of us, in like larger than life stature, along with the archangels, Raphael and Michael. And we were in sort of warrior garb with swords. And I saw just in the last couple minutes, I saw Teri using that sword to cut through the 3D trappings that were keeping us from connecting with you all. So we're using these tools that we were just presented with. So I encourage you to just sit back. We're going to take a trip to the ethereal healing pool. If you haven't been with us before for that, we're going to get there through music, through meditation, and I don't know what's going to happen. This is not pre-scripted. This is truly us just in meditation together and exploring what's going to happen when we get there. So when we go to the healing pool, we take suitcases, if you will, that represent those things that we are ready to let go of, that are no longer serving us, and truly, in some ways, maybe never served us. But it's time to let go of some things. And we have seen, as we are preparing for this new world, this new divine world that we are being led into, that it does not include any of the 3D trappings. It just doesn't. And we need to be prepared to leave all of that behind. So as we're gathering things around our home, from our minds, from our hearts, from our psyches that have to do with the 3D, we're going to figuratively put those in a suitcase. And Deb is going to play music for just a couple minutes to help you think about, what do you want to put in your suitcase? And actively think about putting those things in a suitcase. So Deb, if you would play that music for us, that would be lovely. Deb, that song could have been twice as long. That was beautiful. I can always see the things that people are packing, and this time it felt very different. This time I saw people a little fearful, a little excited, not sure what's coming up, and truly we are flying blind on this one, but we are so led. We as people, we really don't know what this looks like. We don't know what the new world is comprised of, but we have to believe that it is fabulous because God has promised us the dawn of a new day. God has promised us that this new world is going to be far greater than any of us ever could have imagined. But as people were putting things in their suitcases, I saw them thinking about the things of the 3D, the pleasures of the 3D that they truly enjoy, that they're not really wanting to let go of, but understanding that we need to let go of everything, all the constructs, all the beliefs, all the joys, all the pleasures of the 3D, to be open to what may be coming to us next. We're releasing the old. And I saw people putting pictures in of people that they love dearly, knowing that things will be different. Things will need to change. And I saw old cords to those loved ones being cut. It doesn't mean you're losing them. It means that we're moving to a place of embracing each other anew in spirit form. So releasing those old constructs, the old beliefs, the old paradigms, and just being open to whatever is going to be coming down to us in divine love and divine grace. So we have our suitcases. Close those up. And I do feel some heavy hearts, a little fear. But know that all is in divine order. Know that all is well. And know that this will be far grander than any of us ever could have thought. So we are going to come together and we're going to start walking up a hill toward the healing pool. And I want you to look at the people, take a minute, look at the souls that are next to you to your right. And I want you to see that there's a mass, a large mass of people next to you on your right. Each carrying a suitcase. The suitcases, I'm sorry, I'm laughing. I'm seeing this one particular one that's got like a trolley with about 12 suitcases, all large and overstuffed. And other people are carrying like an envelope because they had already released so much that there's very little that they need to release now. And look to the left, and you'll see many, many, many more souls just like you, carrying those things of the 3D that we're ready to release. And as we were walking up this hill, I want you to just feel the heaviness of the suitcase that you're carrying. And we are immediately being met by the 500,000 earth angels. And each one is attaching themselves right next to somebody and offering to carry their suitcase. So Deb is going to play some music, just a couple minutes, while we're walking up the hill. Take that time to release whatever you were carrying to the earth angel that is right next to you, and just feel this moment of coming together and being supported by the earth angels. Thank you, Deb. That was awesome. So as I was watching, while the music was playing, I was watching as those of us coming up the hill, what we were wearing shifted from our day clothes to white robes. And I saw the angels taking the suitcases, taking the trolleys, taking the envelopes, whatever it was that people were ready to let go of. And I saw happiness coming over people. I saw cheers and joy. People were light of heart. I saw folks high-fiving each other, skipping and running up the hill, feeling so light, having been relieved of all of those burdens of the 3D. I saw the angels taking all of our 3D baggage off to the left-hand side. They took it in. We don't have to deal with that anymore. And I saw everybody lined up, just like clamoring to get into these huge wrought iron gates that were surrounding the pool. And I saw Deb and Teri on the inside of the gates looking out and welcoming everyone. So let's just watch this and see what happens. And I'm hearing cheers coming from inside the gates as I'm watching the gates that are as tall as I can see and as far to the right and as far to the left as I can see, and they're rolling open, creating this massive opening for all of us to come through. And there's such cheers from both sides, from the angels waiting on the inside, from the ascended masters, the archangels, Divine Mother. Cheers from those of us coming in through the gates. Now, this healing pool is as wide and deep as you could ever imagine. Excuse me, the actual depth of the fluid, the healing properties that are in it, it's actually not very deep, but it just goes as far back as you can see. We see at the very back that there is this very huge red rock wall, and it does have a stairway going up into it, and there is a waterfall of this same divine healing property off over to the left, up a ways, and if anybody wants to go check that out, please go do that. Each of us there has an angel with us. Now some of you are gathering around the edges of the pool. Some of you are already in the pool. I see souls there in the pool, some who have passed over already. This pool is open all the time. We know there's no time in the ethereal realm. This pool is always available to folks in or out of body. So make yourself comfortable. If you're more comfortable outside the pool, that's fine. If you want to be in the pool, that's great. If you want to be up at the waterfall, fabulous. Let's just take a minute and just look around. Get to a place here at the pool where you are most comfortable. And know that you've got an earth angel right next to you. I see Divine Mother entering the pool. I see Christ entering the pool. All of the earth angels have a hand on your back and an arm outstretched to Christ. Christ and Divine Mother are walking and touching every single person that is there. blessing you, welcoming you. And as they do that, I see that any resemblance of a 3D body that you came in with has now disintegrated. That each and every one of us is truly nothing but spirit. That lightness of heart that you came in with has even shedded away. That the pureness of the divine joy and bliss that you're feeling right now, you couldn't have even imagined when you came in. Some of you are playing with the divine healing energy that's in the pool, letting it pour through your fingers. If you are wanting that kind of healing, your earth angel is helping to pour that water, that healing energy over your shoulders, over your head. Some of you are releasing the 3D constraints of physical pain, body parts that weren't working well, respiratory infection, mental illness, pain of amputation, PTSD, heartache, grief, unmet expectations. That's all just being sloughed right off into the pool. Allowing you to stand as nothing more than divine spirit. Nothing more than divine love. I see some of you reveling up at the waterfall, dancing, singing, arms up in the air, full of joy. I see some of you are running around hugging each other. And I'm hearing words like, this is what we were waiting for. This is what I was preparing for. I'm home. I'm finally home. And some are sending like a column of light, love and light up to the Creator, up to Source, up to God. And as others of you are seeing that that's what others are doing, you're doing that yourself. I see so many individual columns of light, light and love going up to the Creator. And we see that as we are gathered together, that our individual lights become one light, which burns so much brighter in collective love. And we see that God is returning that light, that love, tenfold, 100-fold. And there is no division between God's love and our love. We are one. Just sit for a minute here and just feel that oneness. We are the inhabitants of the new earth, the new world. We are the chosen ones. Join us. Join us as we continue to learn more about this new world that God has for us. You may stay here at the healing pool, ensconced in God's love, as long as you want. And whenever you feel yourself in the muck and the mire of the 3D, remember this place. Set your sights here in this place of love, compassion, courage, and leadership with your Creator and with your brothers and sisters who are on this journey with you. Deb and Teri and I are here with you, and we're here for you. Here at Enlightened World. We are a safe community where we're all figuring this out together. Welcome home to Enlightened World. And so it is. Deb and Teri, do you have anything that you would like to share?
So it is. How beautiful, Ruth. Very emotional. From the moment the first music started, there were tears. And as I thought about what was going in my suitcase, there were more tears. And I put the tears in there too. Just letting go of everything. That's what we're being asked to do right now. To bring it all forward, to let it go, to be stripped of everything. And I put in all the doubt, all the insecurity, anything that's a barrier to love, anything that's unlike compassion, and just let it go. Put it in that suitcase. And I was seeing people that were letting things go and throwing the suitcase as far and wide as they could throw it into the pool. And that's what I did with mine as well. And yes, we are a safe place to do that kind of work here at Enlightened World. And we are so glad that you all are with us today. You are home. I hope you feel that in your heart, because that's how I feel about it. It's home. You're coming home to love. Deb, I hope that your feeling of that love and compassion was as intense as mine, because I am just really in that place of bliss that we talked about earlier. When we let go, this is what happens.
Yeah, my heart is so full right now. Thank you, Ruth. That was a beautiful meditation.
Yes.
Beautiful. And that always gets me, that meditation, and it's the music and everything coming together, and your words and the descriptors, the visualization of releasing. And I thought, this is really, it's a new world, a new day, a new dawn, and it's a paradigm shift. It is a complete paradigm shift. It is a perspective shift. And I started to think about releasing and how sometimes it feels like a loss, but in truth, everything is a gain. There is so much gain in front of us. It's not lost. And that's part of the paradigm shift of going into the unknown of how things are going to change. And it's just so beautiful when you can look at being in that protection of divine love all the time, and where you ended up at home in your heart, at home in your heart. And that is one thing that Enlightened World stands for, is bringing everybody back home to divine love in your heart, and knowing that that is your true home. And we want to be there together as we walk there and stay there together. And even when we waffle in and out, as Teri said, is as we grow, it's a safe place to grow here, because we have all done lots of work and on letting go, and continue as things show up for us, of working on whatever we need to work on so that we can help you do that as well. But it is really about standing in our divine authority and accepting it and believing it, and believing that we are loved beyond anything that we could imagine. And that love is with you always. This morning in meditation, God said to me, I am always here. Wherever you go, wherever you are, I am here, loving you as part of you. I am you. And it is our job now, our task is accepting that, and accepting that there is really only goodness and light and love in the world. And the paradigm shift is looking for it. It's being able to see it and moving away from things that we judge and don't understand, that create fear inside of us, and know that we are always taken care of. And so being in the healing pool and understanding that is a analogy or a metaphor for the lap of God, for divine love. And it is always holding us, and understanding that we are pure. We are purity in every moment that never changes. And you are divine perfection in every single moment, as you are. Not to be different. You don't have to be different. It is as you are right now in every moment. And it's accepting that.
That divine perfection.
Mm-hmm.
That you are perfect. You don't need to be fixed. You're just divine the way you are. Mm-hmm. That's how God accepts us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was thinking how difficult it is when you start to try to release the constructs of everything that we believed, right? So you have the ego consciousness that's always telling you the opposite of what you are. And it's so hard in the process of letting go of everything that you believed your whole life. And it's just as hard in this journey to accept your divinity as letting go of the faulty beliefs that we have. It is just as hard to accept that we are divine perfection as is. Right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
This is the new world. This is the paradigm shift, is acceptance and belief.
Mm-hmm.
And goodness.
And allowing others to be in their perfection. When we were in that healing pool, we didn't judge. We were just allowing everybody to leave their suitcases, it didn't matter what was in their suitcases. What mattered was that we were all experiencing love together and feeling part of the oneness of all that is together. We didn't see the separation that we look at in the 3D world. We didn't see others as less than or higher than. We saw all of us as equal. And that's perfection right there.
Total unity. And believing that in yourself. That you're one unified spirit. Exactly how you are.
Ooh, how beautiful. And looking at us in that healing pool, you see that beauty. There's nothing that's unlike love, nothing unlike light. It's all beautiful.
This will be a beautiful video to replay over and over as you go along in this paradigm shift of going into a new world, a new dawn, not having to be fearful, but understanding you have everything to gain from it.
Yeah, and those of you who are with us today, we would love to hear how this impacted you. Did it make a difference? Were you able to release? Were you able to let go of that suitcase? I've already seen some comments from people that feel so much lighter. And thank you for sharing that with us.
And Ruth, you just did such a beautiful channeling with us. I'm so grateful for your share and your offering today. And it's touched a lot of people and will continue to touch people. And it's touched me and Teri very deeply.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks. I really just wanted to share everything I was seeing and feeling and hearing so other people could experience it as well. So I'm glad that you were able to.
Beautiful. Can I read one of the comments from one of our listeners?
Please.
Her name is Mary Lee. And she says, when I sat in the pool step, I was watching everyone walk past me. It was then that the darkness was flowing away and the clearing and brightness appeared. And I sit there soaking up love and ripples in the water as someone came standing behind me, pouring water over my shoulders. I feel that was your earth angel that did that. I'm really getting that, Mary Lee. And thank you for sharing. Thank you for being here to experience this today.
I love you, Aunt Mary. That's my aunt. I love you.
We all love you. Thank you for sharing.
It's beautiful.
And Wendy says, I threw my bag so high and off. It was taken. I stood in amazement. Oh, yeah, we all. I felt that. I felt the amazement of all of us as we entered there into the pool, as we let go. It is an amazing thing to have that burden lifted from you, to just see it, physically see it go from you. And that you don't have to pick that suitcase back up again. Isn't that the beautiful part? We don't have to carry those burdens.
Ruth, is there anything else that you would like to share with us before we leave?
Well, the thing that just came to me, as the three of us were adorned in warrior garb with swords, I am seeing every single person who was with us and who is going to be hearing this adorned in the same divine warrior garb with our swords. And remember, this is not a fight on the physical level. This is a fight of re-looking at paradigms that we believed, mindsets, old stories, that this is new. Just take that sword, just cut through anything that's dragging you back into those 3D beliefs. You are all warriors of the new world at this point. Use that strength. Use that for loving, compassionate, courageous leadership. And we are right here next to you doing the exact same thing.
Yes, we are. And,
So-
and I'm hearing that our compassion is our superpower. So if you want to see yourself garbed in that beautiful garment, just feel the compassion that's inside. And that's the superpower that's going to guide us in this new world.
Yes, sure. Well, we are going to say goodbye for now, knowing we are one love, protected and held in divine order by our Creator. Go out this day in this awareness and allow God's peace and joy to occupy every thought. Lead with your heart and welcome everyone home, for all are loved.